Today is October the 29th. Today we read about hope, humility, and honor in the Psalms of Ascent. Today as we read three more Psalms of Ascent, Psalm 130 to 132, we'll hear about hope, humility, and honor. In the first Psalm of Ascent, the psalmist says, I pray from the depths of despair, O Lord, I call for your help. But he has hope in God. And so in verse 5, he says, I have put my hope in his word. I long for the Lord. Psalm 131 is a psalm of David. David looks at the Lord and he says, Lord, my heart is not proud, my eyes are not haughty. David says, I approach my relationship with you with humility. Now it is interesting, verse 3, O Israel, put your hope in the Lord. You can see why these two psalms fit together, 130 and 131. Psalm 132 is also concerning David. We're not sure if David wrote it or if one of his descendants or one of the priests wrote it about David. But he remembers the covenant the Lord made with David, a covenant that if his descendants followed the Lord, one of them would always sit on the throne. Well, in verse 18, the psalmist says, I'll clothe his enemies with shame, but he will be a glorious king. There will be honor with David's line forever. Enjoy today as you read Psalms 130 to 132.
Psalm 130 through Psalm 132, New Living Translation. Psalm 130. A song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem. From the depths of despair, O Lord, I call for your help. Hear my cry, O Lord, pay attention to my prayer. Lord, if you keep a record of our sin, who, O Lord, could ever survive? You offer forgiveness that we might learn to fear you. I am counting on the Lord. Yes, I am counting on him. I have put my hope in his word. I long for the Lord more than centuries long for the dawn. Yes, more than centuries long for the dawn. O Israel, hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is unfailing love. His redemption overflows. He himself will redeem Israel from every kind of sin. Psalm 131, a song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem, a psalm of David. Lord, my heart is not proud, my eyes are not haughty. I don't concern myself with matters too great or too awesome for me to grasp. Instead, I have calmed and quieted myself like a weaned child who no longer cries for its mother's milk. Yes, like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, put your hope in the Lord, now and always. Psalm 132, a song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem. Lord, remember David and all that he suffered. He made a solemn promise to the Lord. He vowed to the Mighty One of Israel, I will not go home. I will not let myself rest. I will not let my eyes sleep, nor close my eyelids in slumber, until I find a place to build a house for the Lord, a sanctuary for the Mighty One of Israel. We heard that the ark was in Ephrathah. Then we found it in the distant countryside of Jahar. Let us go to the sanctuary of the Lord. Let us worship at the footstool of his throne. Arise, O Lord, and enter your resting place, along with the ark, the symbol of your power. May your priests be clothed in godliness. May your loyal servants sing for joy. For the sake of your servant David, do not reject the king you have anointed. The Lord swore an oath to David with a promise that he will never take back. I will place one of your descendants on your throne. If your descendants obey the terms of my covenant and the law that I teach them, then your royal line will continue forever and ever. For the Lord has chosen Jerusalem. He has desired it for his home. "This is my resting place forever," he said. "I will live here, for this is the home I desire. I will bless this city and make it prosperous. I will satisfy its poor with food. I will clothe its priests with godliness. Its faithful servants will sing for joy. Here I will increase the power of David. My anointed one will be a light for my people. I will clothe his enemies with shame, but he will be a glorious king."
Scripture reading by Emily Herrera. Like, follow, and subscribe to this devotional on whatever platform you use to listen to it. Email your questions to us at questions@becomehope.com. Tomorrow, we'll return to the book of Luke.